Every time I buy a game, regardless of the price, I always have to ask myself this question. Is this game really worth it? Is this game really worth to spend my money on? My hard-earned money? That's what we're going to talk about today. The topic is Battlefield 5. A lot of the things in Battlefield aren't like any other game that is out today or has ever been out. The gun customization is just amazing. It has me lost for words actually. They have like the blued set, the chrome finish, the gold unlock you can get by completing all 10 levels for the gun. And it's just outstanding. The gun customization system is just amazing. Actually, they're adding tank customizations as well. It's not out yet, but for an idea, I thought it might be pretty cool. Maybe it might be like the Call of Duty system for emblems and such, where you can customize your own, or maybe just have preset camos, but I think it would be a lot cooler if you can just customize it by yourself, because it's a big object, so you have a lot of free reign of what you can do over it. Just provide the shapes, numbers, letters, just little stuff like Battlefield emblems or just stuff like that. And I think people can make some really good artwork. But I do have to say, I feel like every gunfight in Battlefield is just automatically different from any game and just any encounter that you run into. Sometimes the person might pop up right in front of you, or sometimes the person might be in a tank, or sometimes you might get bombed by a V2 rocket, or maybe the person might be 400 meters away trying to snipe you. It's just always different. It's always a different encounter every time you play the game. I had an idea, maybe even skins for airplanes, even though you probably wouldn't see it as much, probably until you got killed by it, but I think it would be pretty cool. A pretty cool concept. Free, you don't have to pay for any of it, because who the heck pays for skins in Battlefield? Because I sure wouldn't, or don't. But Battlefield is not like any game that has ever previously been out, or is out today, or is even going to come out in the future. Battlefield has its own feel, its own vibe, its own mechanics. It has its own everything. Its own skins, gunfights, concept. It's just always different. And every single game that they put out, regardless it's modern or past. In Battlefield, just like there has always been, there's never been any type of score streaks, such as like a Mantis or like a Thresher or a Chopper Gunner. Thank the Lords. Because people would just abuse it, just like they do in Call of Duty. You get a gunship and then you turn 50-1 all of a sudden. You can't do that in Battlefield, which is good and bad. Well, not bad at all actually. It's good because Battlefield still has its own feel, its own concept for everything. But there is a squad leader streak type of thing. So if you do get a certain amount of points for as a squad, you can get certain, I guess, power-ups maybe. You can get like a V2 rocket or like a supply crate or much other things that varies from the map that you play on. You earn these points by basically just following your squad leader's directions, I guess you should say. If he marks a conquest flag, then you go capture it, and if you're successful, then you get points for it. And for those points, you can get those little power-up things and obliterate the enemy team. If he marks a point and you go take care of the problem, such as like a tank or an enemy or an airplane or such, then you get points for it. The tank fights are just, man, I can't even describe a word for it. Words can explain how exquisite, I should say, the tank fights are. It's always unpredictable, just like any other thing in this game. The repair system is pretty cool actually. You can get some power-ups like the specialization paths for the tanks and the air fights, the dog fights, the guns. It's great. This game does take a little bit of computer power with the frame rate and stuff. There is a big terrain and a lot of grass, trees, dirt, mountains. There's just a lot going on, and all the maps, they're just freaking beautiful, I have to say. It does take a little bit of frame rate, a little bit of hardware inside your computer, but I have to say I recommend it. I have to rate it 8 out of 10. You can do it 8 out of 10. But I think I would rate it 10 out of 10 if I had the hardware to push this game as far as it could go. But that's all for today. I will see you guys on the Saturday video. Don't forget to submit a clip.